So in today's video, I don't know if you guys could tell already, but I'm going to be doing a graphics tutorial. A lot of people have been wondering what font the font is in my two YouTube banners, and the reality of that is it isn't a font, it is handmade. I made it in Illustrator as a photo and then I designed it in Photoshop. So my Photoshop's been giving me grief, so I don't know if I'll be able to show you that part, but I can show you the Illustrator part, I know that. So this is my canvas, and what I do actually is I draw with my tablet. And if you do not have a tablet and you're wondering what this is, there's a new version of this. This is the Wacom Intuos Pen and Touch. It was about $70 when it was the in tablet, so I don't know if it's more expensive now because there's a newer version, but that is just what I use. But anyway, so what I do is I draw the thing out that I'm going to be making with that specific text. So I think I want it just to be AFX or something like that. Nothing too fancy. So A. Keep the lines as straight as you can, even though I suck. So A. So I draw out the letters that I'm going to be making like this first, and then I will drop the opacity on it. I don't want that in there, so I'll turn the opacity almost all the way down so you can barely see it, and then I'll lock that layer that text is on that I just drew. So I'll make a new layer, and make sure down here it's on stroke, because if you don't have it on stroke, you won't be able to see what the fuck you're doing. So put it on stroke, and we can move on to the next step, which is going to the pen tool. So I made it pretty big here because it's the same size as my Photoshop file. That hopefully works. If not, I'll be so sad because I don't know what the fuck Adobe is doing, but it does not work on my PC, and my PC is tank, dude. So they need to fix their shit, and I need to fix my shit. Easy as that. But anyway, so once you have this, you literally just start making lines, like just outlining it. Shift Control A gets rid of the line, and just make a bunch of lines, okay, guys? So once I have the A done, I will come back and I will show you what I mean. And you can put as many lines as you want. You don't have to follow me, obviously, because that would just be weird. But what you do is you select all the lines you had just created. So you just click and drag like I did, and you change the stroke to whichever size you want. This is dependent on what you guys want. So I just change the stroke to whatever I feel looks good, and then I'll change it to this one right there, and then change the size even more. These two lines are screwed up because I didn't Control A it, I guess. It does that, so you can Control C, make the lines thicker. Instead of adding more lines, just copy and paste them. You guys get the gist. So it is very, very simple. This is probably one of my favorite things to do, and then you can adjust it like that. You can move it over like that, and you can even be lazy and copy these lines. So Control C and V, and then you don't even have to redo them to make the F and the X. So that is how I do these lines, guys. It is super duper simple. Then it's just playing around with it and seeing what you think looks good. So what I think looks good could look totally like shit to you guys, and that is totally okay. This is when you guys learn how to do it and then make your own shit, and it looks completely awesome. So put it into Photoshop, and so far so good. So I'll duplicate the text itself, and I will change the color of the top one. So double click, color overlay, and I had changed it to blue, but I think I'm gonna make it like a dark green. I like that. Okay, so then I'll change the bottom one most likely to a black. So we'll do color overlay, where is it? And we'll change it to black. And you can't see it yet, but this is what's going on here. So I'll go like this, and you can see it has kind of like a drop shadow, but then I'll add a stroke, and this one is white, and I want it to be black. And then you can change the size of it. I make it decent enough, so if I drag, God, what is it? Photoshop is so fucking stupid, I swear to Jesus. And then you can just move it. I like moving it to more to one side than the other. And then I like leaving a little bit of a stroke. So that is how I make the text itself. You can do a bunch of shit with this, guys. Like, honestly, it is insane. Take off the color overlay, and you can do gradient overlays, which is super cool as well. Like that even. And it looks totally cool, you know? There's so much stuff you can do with this kind of text, and I love it. So yeah, I just thought I would show you guys that quickly. Hopefully I got it through, and if you need any help with it, just drop a comment in the comments and I'll check them every once in a while. But that is literally, you guys, how you make this text, and hopefully I solved your guys' question. But if you did enjoy this quick tutorial, definitely drop a like, comment, subscribe for more, and if this video reaches 100 likes, I will go into depth and start a series on my illustrations. So let's hit that like button, share the video, all that good shit. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I've been coming with it ever since the television was invented. I've been looking through the glass, I just wanna get up in it. Seeing rappers on and they don't even know the business like